I'm not even going to do the intro on this one. You know why we're here. Strymon, I'm still waiting for the TimeLine MX. I'm not letting that go. In every Strymon video, I will bring it up until it's released. So, in my personal opinion, I would love to see like a granular, looper, lo-fi pedal, if you will. If they did this with the BigSky, they came out with the BigSky MX, I kind of wonder what's going to happen with the TimeLine. I would kind of like to see the TimeLine get the BigSky MX treatment, maybe a TimeLine MX. With all of that said, we're checking out the brand new Strymon TimeLine MX. It's brand new for 2026. It is the successor to the original TimeLine, which came out in 2011. One could say that's been quite some time.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But before we continue, it should be noted that this episode is indeed sponsored by my friends at Strymon. They sent out the TimeLine MX for me to check out, for me to have, for me to make some content with. And that's what we're doing. We are definitely making some content with this. So yeah, these are going to be my thoughts after demoing it for a little bit. And I'm going to try to answer the question, is this worth selling your original TimeLine for and upgrading? At first glance, the MX looks pretty familiar, but underneath the hood, this thing is a massive leap forward. It's powered by a new tri-core processor, giving it enough horsepower to run 2 effects at once. That means you can stack 2 delays together, run them in series, parallel, or split them across the stereo field. Or pair a delay with a brand new dedicated reverb engine and essentially turn the MX into an all-in-one ambient workstation. Strymon also expanded the delay lineup. All of the classics are still here, but now they're joined by new engines like oil can, drum, multi-tap, spectral, and that new dedicated reverb machine. They've also made the existing algorithms much more flexible. Features like swell and duck are no longer locked to specific delay types. Now you can use them across virtually every engine, opening up a ton of new creative possibilities. Rounding everything out is a revamped 5-minute stereo looper, USB-C, expanded MIDI support, stereo send and returned, and enough routing options to satisfy even the most complicated pedal boards. Now, the real question. Is this actually worth upgrading from the Strymon TimeLine, the OG of delays? Did they actually improve on a modern classic? Well, I'll answer that. But before I do, let's dive into the sounds. Onto the sounds. Can this thing do a regular old delay? So here's the new reverb algorithm. And we're back, and I've got some thoughts. I've got some thoughts and opinions about the TimeLine MX, and we're going to discuss those right now. I'll try to refrain from the dad jokes, especially since I know everybody loves them. So coming in at number one, this is going to be kind of a tie, because there are two things that I equally enjoy. One is being able to use two delays at once. That opens up a world of creative possibilities. But in order to do that, and what really takes advantage of that, is the brand new engines, especially something like the oil can. The drum is something that I think is going to be very underrated, and a lot of people might not think too much about until they play it, and especially when you pair it with something like one of my favorites, the new spectral delay. That is their new granular type delay. So if you've experienced any granular delays in the past, this is Strymon's foot in that arena, if you will. And I think they kind of did something that's very, very hard to do. They made it their own. Next up, an unsung hero, something that is probably gaining greater appreciation as we go on in the future. I avoided a bad TimeLine joke just there, so you're welcome. But it's the IOs. There are a plethora of IOs, and tied to that, there are a plethora of routing options. So if you were using a stereo setup, you can literally have this thing going to one amp and another. So you can have two delay types going to each amp individually, or if you want to combine them, being able to run them in series. Like, this thing is probably an unsung selling point that I don't think a lot of people will discuss unless you're a really big delay enthusiast. But if you have more than one amps, this thing is going to be very useful. I imagine that this would also be very useful in a recording environment, being able to have a bit more control of the stereo image, and especially how each delay is panned. I think that's going to be golden. That I hate to use the YouTuber thing, but that is something, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to say that is something that will be greatly appreciated. To sum up my overall thoughts, I think this is definitely worth it. It is a meaningful upgrade, and I think anyone looking at the TimeLine, the MX is a meaningful step above that. And overall, yeah, Strymon knocked it out of the park. I said that the Big Time is one of my favorite effects to come out this year, and it seems like that the TimeLine MX is joining that rank. So it's going to be very interesting if I do a Pedals of 2026 video, because those two are pretty much in the top three. So yeah, like, this is awesome. This is going to live on my board. I'm so happy to finally retire my trusty TimeLine. So yes, farewell, old friend. You will now become a wall ornament of sorts, or maybe I'll sell it, who knows. But yeah, overall, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know what other MX variation that you would like to see. Really, there's only one left, but just work with me on this. Work with me on the engagement part of this. But if not that, let me know what other effects that you would like to see Strymon pursue and perhaps update. that would probably be an easier way to run with that. With all of that said, thank you again to my friends at Strymon. Thank you guys for watching this, and laters.